I still have one empty deck spot I want to do something with before I conclude this specific series of MTG. So now it's just a toss-up for me between Rafika the Many, maybe Deadpool, maybe. I'd rather just, I don't know, if anything, play that against opponents with much lower life totals. Yeah, sure, getting to do 3 damage to somebody every turn by stealing something else's text box and then giving them Deadpool sounds nice, but... yeah, I think that only really goes insanely hard against people with 20 or less life. Maybe even Cloud. Maybe even Mono White Cloud I could play. And then Animar, I also want to make some updates to it. Make an already powerful deck even better. Because, of course, we can. Hey there, physicists. So, yes, I know. Tomorrow it's gonna be pressure? Yeah, if the game is ready for me, then I sure am. I want to build one last deck in this specific Commander mode playthrough. It's just now I'm doing a toss-up between Cloud, Rafika the Many, and Deadpool trading card. Like, you need to understand, like, for anyone who doesn't understand, as this enters, you can steal any other creature's text box, and this does not target. So this gets past hexproof, completely ignores indestructible, of course. I mean, you're just stealing a text box, you're not killing the creature. And any sort of protection from anything, it just completely ignores all of that when it steals the text box. And then they're stuck with a creature that every single turn it just burns them for 3 life. I mean, they can sacrifice it, pay 3, and then they give you another card. But yeah, still, I think at least in 1v1 Duel Commander, I think Deadpool still sees a lot of play. I mean, I'd be surprised if Deadpool fell off, because yeah, in a 20-life format, a commander that can just steal your opponent's best creature's text box, and then start doing 3 damage to them every single turn. I mean, yeah, it's also in, like, black and red. Red is full of cheap ways to just do quick damage, so it's like a match made in heaven, really. Really don't know, like, what or if he really does anything in, like, regular Commander where it's multiple people with 40 life. Yes, and I believe this actually released on, like, April 1st, 2025 or something. Yeah, it was a secret lair drop, I believe, like, released as part of some sort of quote-unquote April Fool's joke. I don't know how, like, I haven't seen him in multiplayer, but I've seen him quite a bit in just, like, this niche 1v1 Duel Commander format. Yeah, and he might still be, like, a top contender in Duel Commander. I want to go with one of my personal favorites from back in the day. Okay, I think I should probably just start with fetching all my best equipment. Especially equipment that has combat damage triggers. Since our commander makes it so every time I attack with anything alone, it gains double strike. No, but I've seen, like, the aforementioned card, like, at least several times. Okay, I believe I'm showing everything, looking at everything except the artifacts now. I probably am missing out, you're probably right. That too, I might play. I mean, if I attack with something alone, equip it with this, it has double strike, if I have my commander out, then I'll do that whenever it deals combat damage to a player I mean, assuming it doesn't get blocked, I'll do that twice instead of just once. Good night, and probably gonna be seeing you tomorrow when I go live with... I mean, unless something happens. Unless, like, something unusual happens, we're gonna be going live with the pressure update, alright? Oh, right. Flying in Ward 4. We'll play that. Both hard to block and hard to target with those two keyworded abilities. I'll take that. Costs only one. It can just enter as a copy of any equipment already on the battlefield. I'll definitely play that too. Buzzy still needs to see the update. He's probably gonna be there, I would imagine. I'd kind of hope so. I mean, he's like the next, like, he's like the person who, like, second most frequently asks me about pressure or just talks about it, so it's, yeah, probably he's gonna need to see it. I like the sound of Trample Lifelink, and the equipment's not that expensive anyways. Alright, okay, just a very simple +2/+0 for very little mana. We'll play that as well. If I play enough creatures, I should just run Skull Clamp. I mean, come on, it's Skull Clamp. Yeah, if I need to hate on cards in the graveyard, specifically Lion Sash, which also doubles as equipment. Yeah, these are basically auto-includes, I know. Oh, yep, those are all my land cards. Let me just focus on the actual spells first. I want to do the spells first things first. In fact, I'm just going to start with the creatures. So yeah, Giver and Mother of Runes to just give protection of various kinds to my creatures. Both Mana Ramp and Exalted. I'm definitely gonna play Noble Hierarch in this one. Toxic 1, and I can just tap, choose a color to give Toxic 1 and Hexproof from a color. And, oh, also can't be blocked by creatures of that color this turn as well, maybe. I might play that, also. That's another way to stop my creatures from being targeted by anything. I could just simply draw and discard every time I do damage with this. Pretty much help me just sculpt my hand exactly how I need to sculpt it. Another, yeah, and I can just get rid of any artifact or enchantment if I need to with this as well. Get back any permanent card from my graveyard just by casting this. Flashback any good instant or sorcery card. I'll definitely think about that too. I'm still not gonna say no to Wan Shi Tong Librarian. We're playing a deck that has a lot of equipment cards in it, so that should be like a no-brainer. Yeah, if somebody wants to draw extra cards during their turn, then I get to draw a card too. That's if somebody wants to draw extra cards. My creatures are uncounterable. Combat damage can't be prevented at all. Trample haste. We're gonna try the Frenzied Bailiff. That's a lot going on there for just 2 mana. We're gonna definitely try that. Copy any creature on the field for 2. I'll have to just remember not to actually equip that with anything if it's Phantasmal Image copying something, because equipping it's going to target and just make it disappear. Okay, so this is tricky to block, it has flash, and it can even exile a spell that's on the stack as it's entering. Yeah, we're trying to play creatures that are difficult to block, so this should be a no-brainer. I'm gonna put that in too. This is just like generally one of my favorite 3 drops to just throw in any blue deck. I mean, yeah, the Hand Knowledge also seems pretty nice. Yeah, assuming I gotta end up with a critical mass of creatures. But yeah, that would be crazy if I did. Palace Jailer, yeah, you become the Monarch. You exile an opponent's creature, then you can just start drawing like extra cards. This, you can just steal your opponent's best creature with that. Okay, so far, how many creatures do I have? This should be a deck that probably runs at least, like... Okay, how many is it running? Probably at least, like, 25 to 30, maybe even more. I mean, if I have no creatures, then how the hell am I supposed to actually use my equipment? I'm thinking also just, yes, let's play my Mana Dorks. I guess if all else fails and I don't have any other creatures to actually go and attack with, I could maybe use these. I suppose, yeah, if all else fails, and I just desperately need to have a creature to equip my good equipment to. Those guys. Pretty much... Yeah, and this also helps just to play Rafika the menu that much sooner. It's just something that can take my equipment if I've really got not much else. Scry 2 when it enters, and it has flying. And it only costs 1 mana, I'm thinking about it. Not sure. Probably one of the more cuttable cards in here, but otherwise... This is also pretty good for... This is also very good for 1 mana. Target equipment you control can perpetually gain equip 1. Do I have any equipment with like a really high equip cost but low mana cost? That I can just take advantage... Then I can really take advantage of this ability here, if I had something like that. cameo. I know there's also a Planeswalker on the back of this 1-drop. Whenever a Cold-Eyed Selkie deals combat damage to a player, you may draw that many cards. Yeah, imagine just loading this up with a bunch of equipment and then swinging with it. And it going unblocked because I have stuff like Sword of Fire and Ice, Feast and Famine, gives protection from different colors. Just those 2 swords that I mentioned. Yeah, it gives you protection from like 2 colors. This can easily just, yeah, put a bunch of +1/+1 counters on herself just with your spare mana. Search for a creature card with a convert mana cost of 1 or less, and I have some decent targets in here. And it's also got sacrifice. Your opponents can't cast non-creature spells this turn. I think this is actually going to be enough creatures. I don't think I have enough creatures in my deck. Because, yeah, Witch Enchanter is a land on the back. I'm still definitely going to play that. Don't get me wrong. Maybe this too, because this is at least like a land that produces green. It could come in untapped if you pay 3 life. That's also a land on the back. I don't believe I need this many 1-drops. Yeah, that right there already looks like a perfectly reasonable curve for creatures. If you want like a low mana curve, that looks perfectly reasonable already. Okay, let me go look through my instant cards now. Okay, Berserk, that could be just hilarious. Yeah, the idea of just putting a bunch of equipment on my best creature and then just doubling its power. Oh, and giving it trample, that's just hilarious. And if I have a commander out and I'm attacking alone, that creature's gonna have double strike. Plus X plus 0 trample, and it might even have double strike as it's attacking anyways. I'm not gonna say no to that now, am I? +1/+1 and hexproof. Until end of turn. And the creature may have double strike. That's also something to definitely think about. Well, I'm not gonna say no to Mystical Tutor. Might be able to counter a few things with that. Oh, Worldly Tutor. Not really saying no to this either. Well, Source of Plowshares absolutely is gonna go in. two of my favorite because, well, they can account for 3 types of cards. They only cost 1 mana. Sure, your opponent gets a random 2/2 bird, but I really like the idea of having something that costs like only 1 mana that I can just use to counter something. I really just like the idea of my counterspell costing 1 mana. Just much easier to consistently keep 1 mana up as opposed to 2. You may have an opponent gain 3 life to give one of your creatures +4/+4 until end of turn for no mana at all. I think that could be hilarious in this deck. They have counterspells for days, huh? Oh yeah, Mana Drain. You better believe we're playing Mana Drain. Maybe even just that, again, as a simple tempo piece. I might need to actually start thinking about including lands real soon. I still haven't gone through all the other card types yet. If I'm not gonna play Oko now, then when am I gonna play Oko? If not now, then when? +2/+0 trample for 1 mana, and I can just keep coming back to my hand every time because, well, if it leaves the field and goes to the graveyard, it goes back to my hand. Whenever the enchanted creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And if it's legendary, it gets +1/+1 and ward 1. Then we'll definitely have to start cutting. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3. Then that's 2. That's 4 cards that are lands on the back, and then the land here, and then the 3 Moxen. So if I add 30 lands to this, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll count these as de facto lands. This is definitely a land. And these is de facto lands because they're land cards on the back. So if we add 30 actual land cards to this, that's going to be 38 lands. That's still plenty. With my curve, that's still plenty. With the mana curve I got, that's still plenty. Any good sorceries in here? And yeah, there are definitely some. And if I was trying to just cheat something massive into play, channel. Okay, this I can always just discard it to go get an island, if all else fails. We'll just put like 29 more lands into this deck and call it a day. Oh, that's green on the front, white on the back. Green on the front, blue on the back. Oh, I have Guy's Cradle. Should probably be playing that, if anything. I'll probably just throw that in because I play creatures in my green deck. I mean, we play creatures, so it's kind of just a gimme. Just kind of an auto-include at that point. I mean, we're playing creatures after all. There's no doubt in my mind I'm gonna have to go cut some lands. I'm still gonna try and cut 3 lands from this list. Let's just cut 1 more and then call it a day. I don't even have breeding. Oh, I don't even have breeding pool in here. I have Savannah. I didn't even put Tundra in here yet. Wow. Really just hoping this deck will kind of just sort itself out with the mana. I think the mana base can kind of just sort itself out here. Let's see. Let's also get Temple Garden in here. Yeah, at this point it's just really hard to just cut more cards out of the deck, like really now. Rename. Alright, so about 30 minutes later now, I'm finally ready to play this deck. I gotta see if there's anything interesting we find that we can do with the deck. See if we find anybody really interesting. I don't know, hoping maybe we'll find another boss fight or something. We'll find a Grove of the Dark Titan. This is not what I had in mind, but I'm gonna duel this guy. Apparently I have already dueled a Grave Titan. We'll duel him again. Okay, once 3 creatures die, he just gets a free 5/5 black zombie. Let's have at least, like, more than 1 mana source on our hand. Ideally. Oh, okay, he's got 2 of these now. So now he's got 2. So you need to tell me we're gonna be able to play Rafik on the second turn. Well, just go for it then. I'll just go for that. So far, so good. Alright, so turn 3, I think we can actually really start getting to work here. Oh, Sword of Fire and Ice. Attached to Rafika the Many. So, he's gonna just give himself double strike just by attacking. And just like that, there goes like a lot of his life already. Aside from this, he hasn't even played any spells this turn. A fatal mistake. That was just a really quick Rafik beatdown. Nice quick beatdown, straight to the point. Okay, I kind of just feel like looting this cave, so I'll fight everybody that's in here that's protecting the loot. Okay, I understand. We'll take note of this. I'll take 4 damage from it to make that devil go away. Just to get a counter spell into my hand for the next turn. Yeah, so for next turn. Unless I instead just want to play an elf. Yeah, I'll play an elf. When this dies, each opponent sacrifices an artifact or creature. Understood. Let's see what's in your hand. Okay. Yeah, that way I just... Would be nice to actually read exactly what all the cards do. 1 damage to target creature or player. So if I click on the image, then I actually get to see, like, I get to actually read the card. So this is going to be the one I want to rip out of his hand. Since I just play a 1 toughness creature. Okay, that only hits players or planeswalkers when something dies. Okay. That's certainly better. Gotta wait till next turn to equip this. But once I can, that's gonna be pretty good. If I put Sword of Fire and Ice on anything, yeah, I'm protected from both of these. And then, of course, the combat damage. You do, like, 2 damage to any target. We're just gonna do it to the devil's face. At that point, just damage to the face. Okay, we're gonna try this hand too, in fact. Yeah, I know this is gonna die when it enters, unless it escapes, but I'll gain 3 life, draw a card, just put another land onto the battlefield. Okay, I still get to ramp myself, among other things, so we're not really losing here, are we? Definitely can't say we're losing on this one. Okay, just so I guess he's equipped. Now it very well may be time to start swinging. Berserk, that's hilarious. I am going to just shuffle the library and look for... I'm just going to find another land card. Look for something completely different. Oh, no blocks. So he's going to be forced to discard a card and I just untap my lands. Okay, now this thing, when it's attacking, it's just gonna gain double strike. Pretty sure at this point I'm gonna be forcing a block here. Yeah, now I'm just gonna be forcing blocks. Now imagine if all these things were either, like, black or green. Just imagine. Okay, yeah, we could totally just play the flying creature, but can't attack immediately, though. Okay, apparently my Pilgrim is dead. I think it has something to do with this. Just move the Sword of Feast and Famine here onto the creature that flies, so this can't, like, block it anyways. They don't have reach or flying either, so nothing to worry about. Dang. Alright. Target creature's owner shuffles it into their library. Then they face a villainous choice. They lose 5 life or shuffle another creature they own into their library. I just wish it didn't cost 4 mana, though. Yeah, once I beat this demon, I can grab everything in the back and leave. Oh wow. Turn 1 Tamio, I like the sound of that. Make a clue token every time she attacks, and once I can just pay 2 to sacrifice the clue, I'll draw a card. He can't gain life for the rest of the game, and he just made his life total 1? Draw X cards, create an XX black demon creature token with flying. Your life total becomes X. You can't gain life for the rest of the game. I really seriously had to do a double take there. I really just had to do a double take on that one. Like, really now. He just set his life total to 1 and locked himself out of having more than 1 life at any point. Well, might as well make a clue token. I'll take 1. Yeah, talk about living on the edge. Oh yeah, I have another clue token at least. I'll let them both hit me. Chi-Chi's. Yeah, just setting your life total 1, really not a good idea. Oh, 1 shard. I got 1 shard! Oh, apparently I have 3 rares in this pack. 3 damage to each creature for 3 mana. If I needed that, that would be nice. Okay, this guy just cannot be blocked. And he's only 1 mana, that is interesting. Yeah, that's about it though, but... Truth be told, I probably have plenty of other creatures that are hard to block and do way more than just can't be blocked. Counter target creature or aura spell. At that point, why not just play Counterspell and counter anything? Alright, more loot. Let me just see exactly what I found. Sorcery Speed Shock. What is this Zuko Tutorial 9 I've never heard of? It's not bad, but anyways. Still don't think I need it, though. That would have been really funny. That would have been really funny to use against opponents with high life totals. Like, really high life totals. I don't think there are too many of those left, but... that's what I'm gonna keep on looking around to find out for sure. No, can I do Savannah, and then play this guy. And I suppose we'll get to equip that Jitte and start doing some damage with it next turn. Oh, that's it. Yeah, discarding 2 is still kind of a bit here. These are all good cards. I really didn't want to have to discard any, because yeah, these are all pretty good cards. I don't have double white. Oh, not gonna block, I'm surprised. So we'll just use up a charge counter to make that little Javelineer get -1/-1 and just die. I guess we'll do Preordain. 2 more lands. I have enough mana to work with for the time being. Okay, something about just making more treasure tokens whenever you do make more treasure tokens, you just make 1 extra. I think I'll just pre-war formal wear this back into play. And yes, we'll add... I could've grabbed Tamiyo, apparently. I'll do Mother of Runes. I guess I'll attack. -1/-1 to Zorn. 2 more charge counters here. Okay, so he's going to pass on nothing. Now this guy's gonna have double strike when he attacks. Alright, there goes 12 life in 1 shot. Just because we can. I might as well copy with Masterwork of Ingenuity, make another pre-war formal wear. I guess we'll see what's in your hand before we kill you. A Flame Skull. I mean, I can't even block anyways. And even then, it's not like I can play anything to stop this. Okay, he has a blocker. I forgot about that man land he has as a blocker. Chaos Dragon, which has to attack. Just block with the Vendilion Clique with the pre-war formal wear on it, and just, I guess they'll both die. We'll just put this Beholder out of his misery. Alright, gotta fight another demon. Okay, that's a pretty good hand, all things considered. Yeah, we got a hell of a lot going on here. Okay, don't mind me. In response, I'll just draw 3 cards. I guess we'll do this on the second turn now. And then I'll just pass. Ooh, Unholy Strength. I'll take 3 damage. Ooh, a scroll that makes me discard a card. We'll do Sheltered by Ghosts on Rafik. Getting rid of this. Umezawa's Jitte, and then equip Jitte to Rafik. And start attacking. This is only the 3rd turn. Yeah, I knew there was going to be a total of 4 charged counters on this thing. I'll remove 2 to kill that creature he just played. And then just, I guess, to continue flexing. +2/+2 again on Rafik. 16. Make that, yeah, 18 damage coming his way. 18 more damage on turn 4. So this means it can't block, and once it attacks, it dies. Trample, Decayed, Renew. Exile from your graveyard, put a Decayed counter on each of X target creatures. Make any, like, other, like, number of target creatures unable to block, and once they attack, they die. Interesting. Anything good in any of these shops so far? I mean, there's definitely stuff here, but so far, honestly, nothing I care about. I don't know, I just have to buy it when I see it. Even if, like, in 2026, there are plenty more options for, like, powerful finishers to go around, I can't really pass up Archangel of Thune when I see it. I know that is, like, that's literally just from this year. So worst case scenario, if I need to just kill something for 2 mana, I can just pay double red and do 3 damage to any target. During your upkeep, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature. Yeah, that could be fun in my Reaper Kingdom More deck. Maybe not so much so when I remember the fact that I play a lot of, like... I'm playing a lot of 1/1 creatures to help me ramp that thing into play quicker. So maybe not so much. Maybe not the way I built my deck anyways. Shadow the Hedgehog, is this any good? Each spell you cast has split second if mana from an artifact was spent to cast it. So basically it cannot be responded to. And build around with creatures with flash or haste. I'll pass. Super Scroll. Is this like, yeah, this is 5 colors, isn't it? This is like a 5-color commander. Target player draws 4 cards with that last ability. Costs 6 though, but... I'm just trying to think of all the crazy things you can do with this. There's just so much to unpack here, honestly. There's just a lot to unpack on this one. If I didn't already have all 10 of my like deck slots filled up, if they all really were like, if they weren't like already all full, maybe I would have considered it. Oh yeah, that's, I think, Japanese Nicol Bolas. But yeah, he's in Japanese. If I didn't already have like a bunch of really good white cards, I'd probably pick this up. Every time it does combat damage to a player, it can destroy an artifact or enchantment they control. I suppose if my Rafik deck really needs that. I mean, especially since I'm playing the commander that can give a double strike easily. And then we're destroying 2 artifacts and enchantments for the price of 1. Yeah, okay, once I get to like 1200 mana shards, I'm gonna stop looking at random cards. That I'm probably never gonna really need at this point in the playthrough anyways. Derivi Imperial Tactician, that would just be like stupid to like build a deck around. I can make probably something absolutely degenerate with this. Tap or untap target permanent every time one of my creatures deals combat damage to a player. Tap or untap target any permanent, and every time one of your creatures does combat damage to a player. Yeah, depending on how you build this deck, this could be absolutely unfair and just outright miserable for your opponent. Depends on how you build that. More likely than not, probably not going to do anything with that. I mean, it was definitely a thought, though. Just curious to see what set they are drafting here. I know it's really old cards in Masters Edition too. Just I'm gonna go on Scryfall real quick to see exactly which ones. We're going on Scryfall to see which ones exactly. Yeah, if there's anything maybe really good in this set that I could try and pick up. Okay, there's... I've never heard of Energy Storm. It has cumulative upkeep 1, so I'm probably gonna want to stay away from it anyways. Oh, Source to Plowshares is in here, but this is a... Yeah, I know this is a card I already own. Brainstorm, which is also something I have. Yeah, so far I'm not really seeing anything that stands out as, like, just drop everything I'm doing because I gotta get it. Thought Lash is cool, but I have that too. Dance of the Dead I also have already. Demonic Consultation, same thing. Imperial Seal. Search your library for a card, shuffle your library, and put that card on top of it. You lose 2 life. Imperial Seal is probably the best card I've seen in here that I don't own yet. Necropotence, which I also own already, so... I mean, I would have been really happy to see that if I didn't have the card yet. Oh, this set has Imperial Recruiter as well. In, like, one of the rare spots. I don't really know if I'm just gonna stop everything I'm doing just to try and go for 1 card. Mana Crypt is in here as well. Helm of Obedience. I know I can combo. I don't remember if I have Rest in Peace. Or any card that just says if a card would go to the graveyard, exile it instead, because that's a combo piece with, well... Yeah, Helm of Obedience is just like an instant win with anything that just says cards can't go to the graveyard, they get exiled instead. And we also have Badlands, Savannah, Taiga, Tundra. Oh yeah, and Underground Sea. Original dual lands for the, like, ally color pairs. Well, you know what? I'm actually still gonna do it. Well, that's already... We've already seen one of the rares. Okay, this is just like a simple, straightforward X-Burn spell. Wolfpack. I don't feel like sitting around till I get 8 mana to play this. remove ice counters from Iceberg to add 1. I was like, is this just a really shitty way to produce mana? Okay, it's not that shitty, but I'd rather just take stuff that doesn't cost too much mana to begin with than just, I don't know, play with this and wait to get mana from it. It's a really understated creature that can steal lands if it's not blocked. Oh, we could steal lands. Ironclaw Orcs. Can't block creatures with a power 2 or greater. Can't block white creatures with power 2 or greater. Gonna give itself first strike. I'll just take another Orcish Veteran in that case. Stonehands. Can't be blocked by creatures with flying. Everything else can block it though, so, I'll just grab this anyways. Okay, yeah, I guess, yeah, speaking of flying creatures. A 1/1 that can just do 1 damage to something one time. That's very... I think that's... I'm seeing... I think there's a lot of 1/1s in here. I think there's a lot of 1 power, 1 toughness creatures, so that should be playable. I see, now we're starting to get into the garbage here. Yeah, now we're really getting into the garbage. Snow Fortress! Is this any good? Can also do damage to creatures without flying that attack you. That's if they even bother to attack, despite the fact that I have a 0/4 wall. Simple, straight to the point, burn spell. Not really gonna say no to that now, am I? I guess before somebody else takes that, if I want to use that also myself. Ooh, another wolf pack that I don't think I'm gonna bother playing. I think we're back to, like, are we back to, like, the same? No, we're not back to the same pack we started on yet. Not just yet, anyways. Return a creature from your graveyard to play. As an additional cost to cast it, though, exile a creature you control. If I desperately need another card that just revives a creature for, like, very little mana, from my deck that loves to do that, from my commander deck that loves to do that, then I guess there's another card that can do that. Not really a good one, though. Savannah. An old bordered version of Savannah. Creatures of a certain type don't untap during the untap step. I'm not expecting somebody's deck to be like all of one single creature type, so I think we'll pass on that. I'm not expecting somebody to literally just play like only one creature type in this set. Don't quite think it's gonna happen. I could take, if I really wanted to, I could take Snow Fortress again. Gain control of an opponent's creature. I don't see why not. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has flying and first strike. Tundra. Also an old border, which is nice. I'm not gonna really care if this is played against me. I'm not planning to play black or anything. Flip a coin. If you win the flip, target orc creature gets +2/+0 till end of turn. If you lose the flip, it gets -0, -2 until end of... I don't think I want to, like... I'd rather not have to gamble the coin flip, thank you very much. I'll pass on having to gamble with the coin flips. Green creatures you control get +1/+1. I guess maybe at least to stop somebody else from using that against me. I'm gonna take the card that doesn't mention banding. So yeah, now I gotta make a functional deck out of this. just want to do 2 colors and no more than that. I was taking mostly reds and mostly blues. I think that is all I'm going to want to do. Something's telling me I just probably don't want to play this. An aura that only increases power, and then the creature can only attack alone. Something's telling me that's just not gonna cut it. Alright, so let's hope that's gonna be playable. Maybe this is playable? One land. No thank you. Okay, that's a little bit better. I guess that's at least tolerable there. Okay, so I'm gonna get to do 1 damage immediately. Can't block creatures with power 2 or greater. Okay. Likewise. Yeah, somebody when they were designing this set, they must have really liked orcs, I don't know. Cumulative upkeep. This thing's probably not gonna stick around for long now, is it? Oh wait, I don't have any. Oh, I don't have any snow mountains. I really need to just read all. I really shouldn't just actually take the time to read all these cards. I should have actually read these cards. I didn't declare blockers, so. I mean, this is just gonna die after enough turns anyways, because the cumulative upkeep is just gonna eventually become too much to handle. Oof, woolly spider. I mean, this is not gonna be able to block, so I might as well have it attack still. Thinking no blocks might have been a mistake. Well, there's no doubt in my mind I have to block this now. Let's put this on the field then. I'll get rid of the spider. Again, I need to block this. I'll block with my 2-3. Okay, maybe I won't. This can't even block it, so... I really didn't have a choice if I wanted to stay alive. I was really hoping that was going to do a little bit more to the board. Oh, not even an attack. Just so I can immediately go put another creature on the board. I might actually win. He's gonna tap out just to keep this thing on the field because of cumulative upkeep, of course. I'm not paying, like, a ton of mana just to keep stuff alive. Unlike him. Yeah, that makes about perfect sense. I have way more creatures than he does, though, anyways. Also, not to mention, this won't even fly, so... Oh, I'm running 2 of these things? I'm running 2 of these pieces of crap? I guess. Keep the hand. Okay, so every time it gets, like... Yeah, once it has 3 counters, it's just gonna, like, use them to make a 1-1. Alright, so it makes a 1-1 every 3 turns. Okay, I guess technically, yeah, so does that. Another one of these. Okay, then. I guess just to slow down his Saproling production a little bit. Okay, now I gotta deal with this. I'll just tap this down to slow it down for a turn. Oh, there's Sol Devi Simulacrum again. And yeah, this can just give it stuff like +1/+0. As many times as he can pay like 2 mana. Like, it incinerates something. So if this attacks, what's gonna happen? These will both trade. Okay, now I gotta worry about a 2/7 creature. Now I got this staring us down. This is not looking good. At this point, it's like, yeah, where do I even bother blocking? Since that's now low enough toughness, I'm gonna incinerate it. I'm still not really getting any help here. I'm just finding land cards. And nothing to really do with them. Extra lands and nothing to do with them. Okay, I can kill one creature with this. Yeah, that's good enough to get rid of one creature. He's got another Saproling. Again, we got lands for days here. But seeing this many already in my opening hand, I do think I'm just less likely to draw a bunch of them later on. Okay, today I learned Joven also had some pet ferrets. You know, that strong, muscular guy standing outside the bar with the eyeshadow. With the Spanish name. Today I learned he had some pet ferrets. Discard a non-black card to draw a card. I'll have an island to play. I'll have a land drop for next turn. So yeah, I'll just discard the extra island. There he is again. I'll just play another Screeching Drake. I think I have enough lands already as it is right now. Oh no, I don't want this to just make Saprolings. I do not want this to just make Saprolings for free, so... Yeah, I'll just put a few more creatures down. I'm just gonna block it this time. Okay, there's that thing again. Okay, I have to discard my card first before I get to draw it. Yeah, I just wanted to see what I was gonna find. Oh wow, not attacking with anything, okay. Yeah, that way I'm gonna be the one who's gonna be able to make Saproings every once in a while, instead of him. I would have just preferred to, like, discard a land, if anything. Yeah, just don't mind me, I'll just hide behind my Snow Fortress. Okay, we'll discard this and maybe draw another, like, another non-land. Oh, okay. I'll have to pay like 7 mana total to do like 3 damage. I think I'll have to just settle for X's too. Is he gonna give this thing flying? Because he could. And not even block. Interesting. I guess we'll just not block anyways. I guess we'll change our mind there. Alright, now it's my Saproling. Now it's my turn to make Saprolings. Pass. I'm not really in the position to just be, like, attacking into this board, unfortunately. Depending on what blocks, I can do Incinerate now. We're gonna do Incinerate targeting the Soldevi Simulacrum so that these are both going to die. Actually, no, I can give Orcish Veteran first strike. So it's gonna do its combat damage first. I just, yeah, realized, okay, this guy can give himself first strike, so let's give him first strike. Okay, it's just Feral Thalid. Other than that, he has nothing left on his board. That was a pretty expensive 3 damage. Yeah, we just spent like a whopping 7 mana to do 3 damage to his face, but I mean, yeah. You can't always you don't always have access to Lightning Bolt. Draft in progress, and it's getting kind of late, so we're gonna leave the draft. We're gonna leave that in progress and just save right outside the town. And whatever happens the next time I play this, so be it. I don't know, it would have been cool to maybe just go like boss hunting, but I've now committed to like another booster draft. I should probably just finish it before I go anywhere else. I'd rather just do it tomorrow, or if I even bother to play this tomorrow, because if anything, I'd rather check out the new pressure update. So we're just gonna save, yeah, right outside town here.